In today's video, what is the ideal age for retirement? What are some of the downfalls to retiring early? And most importantly, will the Social Security Administration have enough money to pay you your Social Security benefits? Well, we have some of the answers, so make sure you stay tuned for all of the details. But before we begin, as always, welcome back, everyone. So very happy to have you back for another update. Now, when it comes to retirement, the timing is everything. If you leave the workforce too early, you could increase the chances of outliving your savings. And if you retire too late, you may find yourself more exposed to age-related health risks with less time to enjoy your golden years. Now, according to the 2024 Mass Mutual Retirement Happiness Study, most American retirees and pre-retirees consider 63 to be the ideal age for retirement, with an average retirement age of 62, which coincides with the earliest age for claiming your Social Security benefits. Today's retirees are coming close to that mark, but future retirees may find it more difficult to retire in their early 60s. And more than a third of pre-retirees, about 35%, report that their retirement savings are short of where they would need to be comfortably retire at an ideal age, according to the Mass Mutual study. Meanwhile, 34% of pre-retirees believe there's a decent chance they could outlive their savings, with 22% of retirees sharing this concern. Now, your Social Security benefits could be roughly 30% lower if you retire at age 62 rather than the full retirement age of 67, depending on when you were born. According to the Social Security Administration, a smaller benefit payout could make a big difference to your retirement lifestyle. And that is because Social Security has long been the safety net for millions of retirees, with roughly 16.4 million people depending on their Social Security paycheck. But unfortunately, in recent years, there are concerns mounting that the Social Security system trust fund could start running dry as early as 2033. According to the latest Social Security Trustee report, the program will only be able to cover about 80% of scheduled benefits after 2034, and things might get worse sooner than expected. And Karen Glenn, the Social Security Administration's chief actuary, recently warned that the Old Age and Survivors Insurance OASI trust fund could be depleted by late 2032 due to the impact of the recently passed One Big Beautiful Bill. In other words, if you retire at age 62, you may need to ensure that your nest egg is big enough to keep you afloat for up to 3 decades. Your financial sustainability, healthcare, and longevity are also things that you should consider before deciding when to retire. Medicare eligibility begins at 65, which means you're likely to face higher private insurance costs if you do decide to retire early at around 62 years of age. Another factor to consider is longevity. As of 2023, overall life expectancy in the U.S. is around 78.4 years, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. However, a typical American's life expectancy can stretch into the 80s and even 90s, depending on your gender, date of birth, and state where you live, according to Yale School of Public Health. Therefore, you may want to start exploring ways to boost your retirement savings. And according to the article, it is important to figure out where you stand first, knowing how much money you will actually need in retirement is the first start. Even if you have built a solid nest egg, it is smart to check whether your savings will stretch as far as you think. And once you have nailed down your budget and know where you stand, the next step is making sure you have a safety cushion in place. Without a steady paycheck, setting up an emergency fund to meet unforeseen expenses is crucial. Experts usually recommend keeping 6 to 12 months worth of expenses as emergency savings. That way, you don't have to worry about getting into debt in the event of a medical emergency or an expensive repair. When you consider all the data and eligibility requirements, it seems the ideal window for retirement is somewhere between the ages of 65 and 67 years old. And retiring in that age range means you have a few extra years of income to add more savings to your nest egg. You're also eligible for Medicare, which reduces healthcare costs, plus delaying your retirement a few years get you closer to the full retirement age when you can claim your full Social Security benefits. And the article goes on to state that retirement planning is never a one-size-fits-all endeavor. It all depends on your individual situation. Make sure to share with us in the comments what age you believe is the perfect retirement age. For me, that is age 62 because it gives you more time to enjoy your life. Share your comments with us and share the video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and come back for more updates. Bye-bye.